Hey guys, we have another fun full body strength focus workout for you. You will want either a set of dumbbells, a band if you have it, one or the other. I'll give you a few options for some body weight stuff, but ideally a set of dumbbells and or a band, or both. So what's gonna happen is the structure's gonna be a little different than normal or stuff we've done in the past. And instead of showing you all the exercises at once, kind of hit them as we go because there's a lot. Just know that we're going to end up going through a whole laundry list of things, and we're going to repeat that 3 times. The first exercise we do is always going to be 40 seconds of work, and then there's going to be 1 or 2 exercises that follow that. So once that 40 seconds is done, then we move into rep based of another exercise or 2 at our own pace. When that's done, then we break, I show you the next exercise, and we get to it. So it will always be 40 seconds of work of 1, and then reps of another, and then back to 40 seconds of 1, reps of another. And again, we'll repeat that whole thing for 3 rounds. So we're gonna get started. I'm chilly today, so I'm gonna start in my sweatshirt, and then we'll start to probably peel back the layers. I'm gonna have you grab your set of dumbbells. If you have them, we're gonna start our first 40 seconds is a dumbbell bent over row using both arms at the same time. So both elbows coming back together. You could do that with a doubled up band, like so. And then our second 2 exercises then that you're gonna count reps is going to be lateral lunges and push-ups. So you're gonna do 5 lateral lunges on each leg, and then you're gonna do 5 push-ups, and that'll complete that set, and then we'll have a new exercise to go into. So 40 seconds of the row, then lateral lunge 5 each, 5 push-ups, we'll break, I'll show you the next thing. Cool? So grab your dumbbells or your band, get ready for that bent over row. Hopefully you warmed up before this. Get ready, get set, go. So again, you're gonna work for 40 seconds here. Make sure we're using the back muscles to pull back, initiate that movement. Elbows stay close. If you find in this position you start to get some low back tension, just kind of either hike one back there, or you could go to a 1 arm at a time. So you got 15 seconds left. And then remember, after this, it's going to be just an at your own pace counting reps. Five seconds. Okay, now 5 lateral lunges, each direction. You can weight it if you want. Please add weight if you need the weight. So stepping out 5 each way. Make sure you're sitting down to that heel. If you need to, keep the feet apart and just sit to that one side like this. Okay, then we do 5 on the other side, and then you're gonna do 5 push-ups. Again, you could hold a weight and reach that inside leg there. 5 push-ups, and then we'll be into our next time set. Once you got that 5, you can go ahead and stay on the ground here. We're going to go into our next 40 seconds of work. So 40 seconds of work. Next is going to be hip raise. You're going to go out and in with the knees 5 times, and then you go back down, up. So again, this is for time. We'll just keep repeating that so the knees press out and in. Okay, and then when that time is up, we're going to get up. You can add weight. You're going to do 5 single leg RDLs, woo, where we lower through that one leg hamstring, 5 each side, and then 10 sit up with rotation. So here, you're gonna sit up, rotate, rotate, back down, 1, rotate, 2. Okay, so we're gonna do 5 each leg, 10 sit-ups after we do these glute bridges. So on your back, lift the hips. Okay, out in 5 times, you're gonna have to count and then just reset. And then reset the butt. So hips up, squeeze glutes. Should be feeling a lot through that backside. Just kind of pushing out the knees, keeping the feet planted. That's important. Don't let those feet move or lift. Just let those knees go out and in. So remember, after this exercise, we'll have 5 RDLs on each leg and 10 of those sit-ups. Okay, so hop up, add some weight. Again, this is a strength focused workout, so get the weight. We're not worried about moving quick or getting the heart rate up. So hold on, you could go 2, you could go 1, 5 each leg, and then 10 of those sit-ups with the rotation. So lowering, reaching that other leg back behind. Keep going. I'll show you if you have a band at home. Loop. So you guys should be still working on those 5. You can hold it that way and do that same thing. You're going to feel lack of tension on the way up. You're going to feel that tension at the top of that RDL. Hey, once you got the 5, 10 sit-ups. So all the way up. Right, left, back down. Right, left. So kind of try, and once you get up on the sit bones, rotate the shoulders and the torso, but keep those knees and hips facing one direction. Keep going, finish up those 10. I want to make sure we're ready for our next exercise. All right, so we should have those 10 finished or finishing up. Our next 40 seconds is going to be an alternating dumbbell curl. So back to the dumbbells. Again, if you have a band, you could do 2 arms. So for our 40 seconds, we're going to alternate the dumbbell bicep curl. Again, you could use a band and just curl both arms. Then we do 5 lunges each leg. I'm going to hold on to dumbbells, keep some weight in this. 5 each leg. Okay, and then you're gonna finish, we're gonna do 5 push-ups again. Yes, 5 more push-ups, okay? So 40 seconds on the clock for those dumbbell curls. Grab your dumbbells or your band. Here we go. So alternating, you can alternate palm up. You can alternate just keeping it a hammer curl. Good. Have most of the work in that bicep. Breathe them through. Now we're getting a little warm. So remember, once our 40 seconds is up, going to 5 lunges each leg. 5 push-ups right after that. Full range. Okay, 5 lunges. So you can either do all one leg. If you ever want more challenge, if you overload or stay on that one side, you're gonna overload that leg before switching, versus if you alternate, kind of giving a quick rest to each side. Make 90 degrees through both legs as you go through these. Then hit your 5 push-ups. Right down into the 5. Once you got those 5 push-ups, we're gonna breathe. We're gonna go into our next 40 seconds. It's gonna be drop squats. So that's where just a little bit of plyo. You can always take out the drop and just squat. And then single leg RDLs, 10 sit-up rotations just like we did before. Ooh, a lot. Okay, so drop squat out and in. Okay, and then back to those RDLs each side. And then 10 of those sit-up rotations. 40 seconds, drop squats, gear up, go. Drop in, come back together. Good. So again, you could opt to just squat. Got 40 seconds working. I was thinking about kind of a nice fall in, and then quick up, feet together. Quick up. So instead of thinking always about, something's tiring, hard, I like to think about, how's my body moving? How can I focus on that? Just focusing on how I'm controlling my legs not so much the suck of the exercise. So back to those RDLs. So leg reaches back. Again, we're doing 5 each again, and then 10 of those sit-ups. 5 each and 10 sit-ups. And once you have those 5, start your sit-ups. All the way down, all the way up. Dig the heels in. Think about sit bones driving down as you come up. Good, couple more. I was at 8, keep going. Finish up those 10. Once you got those 10, if you have a band, I want you to get your band. If you don't, I'm gonna give you an option. So hopefully you finish those sit-ups. Now, our last little set here, 40 seconds. You're gonna lie down, you're gonna do a pull apart against the ground. So think about pulling, arms straight, smushing that band to the outer edges of your body and then back up. So pulling that upper body or upper back. If you don't have a band, you're gonna be here and you're gonna lift up and hold as long as you can. If you need to reset, just reset and then lift back up. You could always choose that if you'd like over the band pull apart. So 40 seconds will work. Then we're gonna do the lunges once more, 5 lunges each side, and then 5 push-ups. So that, we'll finish this out here. So 40 seconds of work, get ready for those pull aparts or the Spider-Man. Go, or Superman. Wrong superhero, come on. I'm a girl mom. We don't have as many superheroes in our house. I am hip to what the superheroes are though. So, arms straight. Pinkies push down towards that ground. Always kind of reaching those shoulder blades up at the top again. And again, if you're holding that Superman, everything's lifting up away from the ground. When we hear our beep, you can grab weights. We're gonna do 5 lunges. There it is, 5 lunges each leg, followed by 5 push-ups. So stepping right back. Again, you could alternate. I like to overload one side at one time. Again, think about lowering through that front leg into that 90 degrees and then pushing that ground weight through that front leg. That's where we want that effort. Front leg, back leg's just supporting, helping, keeping us balanced. Once you got those 5 push-ups, core straight line, chest falling in the middle of those hands. All right, so that's one full round. We're gonna go back to the top for the 40 seconds, back to those bent over rows. So back to the bent over row, and then we have our 5 lateral, and then 5 push-ups. Round 2, here we go, guys. So bent over row. Pulling through the backside. We'll be able to kind of flow through this a little bit quicker each time. Weight in the hips, long spine, shoulder blades moving on the backside. We got 10 seconds. Okay, lateral lunge. Hold on to my weight this time. So we're going 5, 5. Again, keep that foot over there. If you have trouble with the step, just working hips towards heels. Get that down and up with the hips. I'm gonna stay apart. Again, you guys can keep stepping. Okay, then 5 push-ups. So elbows just slightly back towards you. I'll let you guys finish those up. Then we have the hip raise with the abduction. That's where we're on our back. Knees go up and out. And then the paired movements are back to single leg and the sit-ups. 5 and 5, 10 sit-ups. So get ready. If you had a mini band, you could put a mini band around the legs. You know, some have that, so you can put that on. Here we go. Lift, out and in, 5 times. So that's where that mini band's just gonna add some tension. But again, you should feel the glutes here, right on the edge. Okay, back down. Up, 5. So as you open up, keep that upward lift so we're not losing those muscles that are holding us. Here we go, push out, feet stay planted, knees are pressing out. Okay, we have those 5 RDLs on each leg, followed with 10 sit-ups. So lowering. Again, when you initiate this, lock in that upper half. Think about the lower half starting it, and then the arms are naturally just gonna fall down as we hinge at that hip, as we press and reach that back leg back. Because when we reach, that's where we start to lose our core balance, fall apart. 5 each. If you really struggle with balance, you can kind of kickstand this back toe here, still reach the hips back. You should still feel that hamstring elongate. I like you to have some options. Or you could feel, work both legs at one time. So 10 sit-ups. Get into those if you finish your legs. Don't have to wait for me. Up, right, left, back down, right, left. So heart rate is staying elevated as we go through this, but I just want to remind you, our goal today is not necessarily to be out of breath or anything like that. Might sound like it because I'm constantly talking, but our goal here is to be focusing on movements, focusing on the muscles, and getting all the reps in. Not so much feeling like you're just go, 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 out of breath. That's not our goal for today's workout, necessarily. Out of breath is always gonna come when we're doing any kind of exercise, but. All right, so finish those up. The next 40 seconds is the alternating curls, and then we do the reverse lunge and push-up. So grab what you're using for a bicep curl. Here we go. So again, after this, we have 5 lunges each leg, 5 push-ups. 5 lunges, 5 push-ups. This, we're just going till the beep. So if you have a band, you're just gonna be doing both arms at one time, standing in that band. Again, take your time. If you have lighter weight, you can really exaggerate that way down to that extra tension there. So anytime you're kind of forced with a lighter option, increase time. All right, lunges, 5 each. 1. Again, still pushing up out of that front leg, pushing that ground away. Once you get your 5 lunges, you go down into those push-ups. Once you have those 5, shake it out, get a drink if you need. Our next 40 seconds are gonna be those drop squats. After that, we have the RDL on each leg again, sit-ups like we just did the previous. I don't know about you, aren't those 5 push-ups, woo, so much better than having to do 40 seconds, like 10 to 12. Love the 5. All right, I'm done talking, drop squats, here we go. Out into it, back together. Again, you can make this super controlled and just squat. A little bit of cardio, a little bit of energy and power here. So again, you could weight this and just do a weighted squat if you want it to be really strict lifting. Lower into it, pop out of it. Keep going. Okay, RDLs. Lowering through one leg. Reaching that hip. You'll notice that stationary leg, my knee does bend. So as I go down, I'm gonna let that knee kind of bend, but my hips are continually reaching back. So it opens up that hamstring, getting it stretched, and then we contract. Stretches out, contracts. Again, for me, I like to think about that muscle, how it's working, and it just kind of helps me feel it a little bit better. All right, then we have those sit-ups. Yes, 10 rotations. I want to make sure I don't confuse it. 10 of these. Always keep that tension through the abdominals. Think about them pulling in or wrapping around like a corset. Once you got 10, then we shake it off and we go into this last of the 5 sets. It's the band pull apart or the Superman. And again, you could kind of swap them out if you want. 40 seconds, and then we finish with the lunges and the push-ups. So lunge and push-up. Here we go. Superman or pull aparts. So arms should stay straight. This is not a tricep exercise. I see this a lot. People bending and pushing the arms out. Arms stay straight. We're using that upper back and behind the shoulder area. So that is what's working as we pull that right across the chest, not across your neck. If it's way up here, it's too high. Right across that chest. Should be almost there. There we are. All right. Lunge, 5 each, and then 5 push-ups. 1, 2. Legs are getting just enough today. Just a little taste of everything. Got some jump-ins, some lunges, some laterals. Got the backs of the legs. 5 push-ups. All right, successfully did 2 rounds. We have 1 more round to go through. So again, last time through, let's focus on the movement. Bent over rows are first, 40 seconds on the clock. If you're ready, I'm ready. Let's go. So after this, we have the lateral lunge, 5 each side, 5 push-ups again. So kind of bookending those push-ups. Remember, this is for time. 6 seconds. Okay, right into it. Stepping out to the side. Hip down towards heel still. So still a squat or lunge. Another way. We're gonna drive up out with that leg. Drive up out of it. Five push-ups. It's almost like Simon Says, huh? All right, finish those push-ups up. Next is that hip raise with the abduction, and then we do the RDLs and sit-ups. So starting on the back, hips go up, press out with the knees 5 times, and then back down with the hips, reset. Press up, find the glutes, out and in. Okay, then back down, up. Should be just about there. Awesome. All right, RDLs, that's where we're working that hamstring, lowering down, like that. Okay, flat back, knee bends, knee straightens, bends, straightens. Stay focused. Sometimes that helps to have one thing that you look at. Remember, if you're really struggling, go back to those 2 legs. Same movement, hips push back, knees bend, come back up. Finish one out here. 10 sit-ups. Right into it. 10. Keep it up. A little more. Again, stay long. Don't round to get up. Almost think about shoulders pinned back as you go through that. All right, finish up those 10. Then our next 40 seconds is the dumbbell curl, and then we lunge and do push-ups. So grab your weights or your band. 40 seconds of the bicep curl. So again, once it beeps, 5 lunges each leg, followed with 5 push-ups. It's always great knowing you're almost there, myself included. Just always got to think about pushing that last little bit. Couple seconds, guys. All right, so 5 lunges each leg. Whoops, I'll hold on my weights. 5 each leg. I'll alternate. Once you got your 10, 5 push-ups. If you're ever curious or have trouble with hand placement, lay down first. So put your palm out, should fall right outside that chest line, and elbows just kind of slightly back. You don't want them like a T, and you don't want them like an I. So just slightly back, right outside the chest there, knees together, and then push up. You're probably about done with your 5. We'll do just a couple there. All right, finish those up. Our next 40 is the drop squats, woo, or squats. And then we have one more set. This will be our last RDL, last sit up after the drop squats. So gear up. Again, if you want to make this a weighted squat, feel free to do so, my friend. Here we go. Out and in. See, it's ultimately your workout. We take out some of the guesswork, what to put together, how long, how many reps, but then we still give that autonomy to say, hey, jumping is just not in it for me today. I'm gonna go a little bit heavier, I'm gonna squat it out. Or vice versa. Three seconds. Woo! All right, RDLs. And hamstring focused. Hips. Balance. Keep those arms close to the body, don't reach. Lower. Sure, fall about mid shin with the hands. Most people are gonna be good right there. All right, last set of these sit-ups. Dig the heels in, come up, rotate. Again, think about shoulders facing right and they face left, or left, right. All right, our last one here, that Superman or the pull apart. I think I'm gonna go Superman for fun, in case some of you joined in on that option. And then we finish with the lunges and the push-ups, and that's it. So here we go, 40 seconds. Again, you can go pull aparts. Here, go, lift up, everything lifting off that ground. Pull aparts, arms are staying straight, don't bend those elbows. Again, if you feel you need to reset, reset, and then pop back up. Flying through the air. Let's see where we're at, 15 seconds, all right. Keep lifting those heels to the ceiling, arms to the ceiling. You can just kind of look down with the head, so we're not lifting up at our neck. Awesome. All right, guys, 5 lunges each leg, 5 push-ups. And then I gotta set you free. 5, 4, 3, whoop. Awesome sauce. Push-ups. Woo! Once you got those push-ups done, guys, I want you to just take 30 seconds at least for yourself. 30 seconds, you can give that, and just breathe. So if you're here, I want you to feel that belly kind of expand against the legs. On that exhale, let it come back in. You should also feel your sides expand with that breath. And then this upper back. So if that's something as you breathe, you haven't tried to think about or practiced, highly suggest you doing that. You can do that when you're laying on your back, but it does help to get in that position just to feel it a little differently. Or you could do that lying on the ground, just kind of face down. And again, get that breath all the way in. It just helps calm stress, central nervous system, as well as just allows that core to function properly. And if we have a strong core and that's functioning properly, everything from low back, pain, abdominal issues, pelvic floor issues, we can start to control a lot of that with that breath. So that's my thing for you to work on today, tomorrow, and always. And thank you guys for another great workout.